Taylor Swift, like we were just talking about, she was apparently up for the idea of going to the Super Bowl and performing, but she wanted control over, she wanted to own the rights to her performance, and she wanted to be able to drop 1 million ads in there for her new album, Life of a Showgirl. And what we're learning right now is she actually has a movie coming out to correspond with the release of the new album, which drops Friday night at midnight. The craziest part being that Target is doing a midnight release at like 550 stores. Can you, I don't even remember the last time midnight releases were a thing. Was it like when the Xbox 360 came out?
Last one I remember being big was Skyrim in November of 2012. And that was the last one I remember people were actually like excited to go to.
The last one I paid attention to was when Halo 3 came out, and I was in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. We played a show.
We talked about it.
Yeah, and after the show, me and like 30 people from the show walked to the nearest GameStop and bought the.
Oh, that's sick.
Were you excited to meet Marty?
Yes, I was very excited.
I knew, so I knew that it was a big one because Ian was like, "I'll do fifth chair tonight," because everybody wanted to meet Marty and talk about Halo.
Yeah.
So life of the show.
He did the Flintstones kid.
Yes. Oh yeah. He was like,
you were there. So,
I was there. So Life of a Showgirl drops on Friday night at midnight. Target is doing limited release. 550 stores are going to be doing midnight releases for the album, and what is going to come out with it is an 89-minute movie called Release Party of a Showgirl, and that is going to be a music video with behind the scenes footage. The precedent for this is that the Eras Tour movie made them $261 million. It opened to $90 million domestically, like $30 million overseas. That's like $125 million globally. And this movie here is looking to open to $35 to $40 million, which doesn't sound like a lot, but to the theaters, this matters a huge amount because this was just announced and just planned. Obviously the movie had been planned ahead, but they didn't even have this on their docket. It has been added to their docket now, so they're looking at $35 to $40 million they wouldn't have been making beforehand. And I guess I just thought about, we talk pretty extensively, or at least I do, about the idea of whether superhero fatigue is even a real thing. Is it just that people are upset with the lack of good storytelling these days? Would superhero movies explode once again once they pick back up? I think there is some sort of superhero fatigue because I think that trends tend to have about 10 years of shelf life. Your Westerns, your crime thrillers of a particular genre, they go in waves and then it's just never the same again. One of the questions that I got asked a lot yesterday was, do you think Marvel will ever be returned to its former glory? I said no, because you can't go home again. I don't think that you can recapture that magic because it was representative of a particular space in time, which started before we got just around the time you got your phone in your pocket in 2012 with the first Avengers movie, and came to pass in 2019 just before the end of Trump's first term in office. That was a very big a lot of cultural events happened in that time period, and in Hollywood since COVID just hasn't been able to produce for the box office the way that they used to in years past. Now, the people in Hollywood will blame the pandemic. People got out of the habit of going and they just never went back. They realized they didn't need it and they don't need to go anymore. But what we're seeing lately is that the things that are surprising people at the box office and bringing viewers in that they didn't understand were even possible were not the people going to see the superhero movies. It's not the people going to see necessarily even just the Christopher Nolan movies. It's the likes of a Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie, or even K-pop Demon Hunters, which made 19 or 20 million dollars over just a 2-day special release, which nobody saw coming, and then went on to become Netflix's most watched movie ever. And that's crazy because people ask, are superheroes done? I say yes. Manga, anime, those adaptations along with video game adaptations are where I think that the next wave of the industry is going to go if they want to get younger kids to go to the theaters. You could ask Mary, she doesn't want to go see superheroes. She doesn't care. She doesn't even necessarily care about video game movies. But if you want to get Gen Z to go to the theaters, what was the biggest movie of the year this year? Minecraft was the biggest movie of the year this year. So you get the older millennial, or the would that be the younger millennials and the older Gen Z to go to a film like that. And with entertainment being as decentralized as it is, you need to start finding other avenues, whether it's Taylor Swift documentary movies, whether it's things like Fathom Events. Do you guys know what Fathom Events are?
No.
Okay, so Fathom Events does a lot of like re-releases of movies in theaters where they get them.
Oh, yeah.
So like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did a re-release this year. They incrementally do it with Star Wars movies.
I did
A lot of time with what?
Star Trek.
With Star Trek. Yeah, I was gonna say usually corresponding with anniversaries.
Yeah, it was.
If I was Marvel, right now, the first thing I would start doing is start re-releasing those early Marvel movies as Fathom Events next year. What was it? When was Iron Man? 2008. So that's coming up. Plan that one for 2008, and then you start. From 2028 to 2032, you can start releasing movies all the way through Phase 1. And special engagements, they have a lot of faith-based films. The box office is up like 3.7% from 2024. And Warner Brothers was the first studio to hit $4 billion this year. But it didn't do it with like big-budget superhero movies. It had one. It had Superman, which made less money than Minecraft and made less money than F1. And F1 was my favorite movie of the year this year. The rest of it was Conjuring, Sinners, Final Destination, and Weapons. Horror movies make them more money and cost less to make. Like, I know that you guys aren't necessarily theater guys, but is there something, like, have you been to a movie theater in the last couple of years?
What was that movie? The Thunderbolts, the new Avenger. I don't know.
So it's like with people at work.
Yeah,
Is there like I mentioned, like, so you've got like Demon Slayer was really big. Infinity Castle did like $70 million in its opening. Like, is there a genre like manga or anime that would get you out to go watch movies in the theater again? Because you're younger, right?
Yeah. I'd go for like grittier like war movies. Like if like another like
1917.
Yeah, one of those came out, or like something along the lines of Saving Private Ryan or something like that. Yeah, sure.
Something like
an alien movie. Like,
I mean, that
another
seems
Alien,
to be...
like Alien the.
Well, genre-wise, science fiction, extraterrestrial life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you watching Alien Earth?
I tried. I was a little too inebriated to understand it, and I can't seem to find myself sober enough to want to watch it.
Yeah, okay. Phil, is there a genre that would do?
I would love a. So you've seen Zero Dark 30, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Give me a movie that's like the last 20 minutes of Zero Dark 30, like the raid part, but extend it into like 2 hours, and then or like an hour and a half, and then like an hour of like good story to tie it together. But like, I would be extremely interested in watching like.
Did you see 13 Hours?
Yes, I thought it was good.
13 Hours was great.
I like it. But yeah, like stuff like that, like realistic, modern warfare kind of stuff. Not like, I'm not trying to say like Call of Duty, I'm saying, but like something that's realistic about like, probably stuff like you would see in like Terminal List, I assume, or the Navy SEALs TV show, but like with a better story.
Did you watch SEAL Team?
Haven't got. What do you mean?
SEAL Team?
No, I haven't.
Did you watch The Unit?
No. Is the Unit about?
The Unit was it was based on the book like Inside Delta Force.
Oh, really?
It's from a while back. We're talking like the early 2000, like 2009.
A lot of times I feel like the stories of those kind of shows are kind of crappy. But if you give me stuff like that, like actually good story in that, like with that kind of topic, or like that kind of feel, because Zero Dark 30, like I know that it's not perfectly accurate, but it was really cool. Yeah. Like especially like I said, the raid was super cool.
Do you see Argo?
I have not. No.
Okay, Argo's really good. Warfare was a very popular movie from A24 this year. I'm not going to hold that against.
I saw that, and that was where they're stuck in a building and they're just waiting for extraction. Yep. It was cool. That was cool. It was cool that they didn't have any music in it.
Yeah,
that was cool. But yeah, so that kind of stuff is good.
There was a movie in what was it? The Guy Ritchie one, The Covenant in 2021. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. I think that was 2021. I could be off about that, but yeah, that's a genre that I like as well. Oddly enough, I like those more in television format. I tend to like those more as TV shows than movies, but I think that's just because most of them it's less about individual missions and more about inner workings within like whatever unit that they're serving in. So that's just me. But look, if you're gonna get Gen Z, you're gonna have to start making the animes and not live action, for God's sakes.
Oh God, no.
Don't do the live action thing. Just find really, really good people to start producing full length manga adaptations and anime adaptations that are actually good and not ones that everybody scoffs at, because that's where the next generation is. I was reading this story about this domestic violence story about a woman. I mentioned it yesterday. I forget her name, from TNA, and she was with this guy. She was allegedly, screenshots were revealed and everything. She was allegedly abusive to like a boyfriend who was also a wrestler, and his name was Akira. And somebody was talking about, he's like, if I hadn't known that this guy was 30, I would have made fun of this guy for having a name that's supposed to appeal to the kids, because we know that Akira is supposed to appeal now to younger, Gen Z or even Gen Alpha for stuff like that. So manga, anime, video game adaptations that don't suck. Mortal Kombat 2 better be good. I guess that's next year now. It got pushed to next year. I want that one to be good. Everyone's do it. And then make the Fortnite movie. I mentioned that yesterday. They're leaving money on the table by not making a Fortnite movie.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you watch that one?
Oh God, no. No, video game movies have been like across my entire life have been the one genre of movie that's like, oh yeah, no, a video game movie that sucks. That's going to be bad. Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider.
Okay, the original Tomb Raider is a masterpiece. Don't let him. You're talking about the 2018 one?
Yeah.
Okay, the 2001 Angelina Jolie Tomb
boobs
Raider
were too round.
Is what?
Yeah, I like them triangle.
Boobs were way too round. They should have put triangles on her chest.
They should have just given her like party hats.
Pyramids.
Yep.
But the point is, that movie is fantastic. The 1995 Mortal Kombat movie is fantastic.
Oh no, the greatest one was the Super Mario Brothers movies from the 90s.
Yep. Or I guess that's not a video. Spawn. I almost said Spawn. Spawn's not a video game movie. But yes, the original.
I think that's more for meme value. Let's be honest.
Well,
it wasn't
not
a
because
good
it's
movie.
good, but
yeah.
Mortal Kombat 1 was great, and Tomb Raider was great, but most of them they don't hold up. But there's stronger evidence now that they're at least doing better. I love the Twisted Metal TV series.
Yeah.
And I never played the games. Like, I didn't have a PlayStation. I had an N64. I didn't have a PlayStation to PlayStation 2, so I didn't play Twisted Metal. And that TV show was great.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.